Today we're finally going to fix this roof. It was a failure under warranty and they were supposed to fix and it didn't get fixed. So you can see it's got a fold there, the staples pulled out. When it does get pushed down, the staples try to come through. So we'll get that taken care of. In the meantime, I ran this thing the entire length across a branch at a campground. So I put Ernabon tape down. So that's going to be an added problem possibly. So we'll go down and see what tools we'll need. I will be able to work off the slides for half of the job. For the other part of it, I've got a ladder with some cushions taped onto the top of it, not to scratch the trailer. After I get the trim off, I've got new putty tape to go underneath it. Of course, it's a 35-foot trailer, so a 30-foot roll wouldn't quite make it, so I had to get a second. Some more die-core. I'll probably be grabbing a tube of silicone. The screws I'm using, once I pull the trim off, is they're like a pan head, but they're not. They're a truss head, and it's not just a truss, it's a modified truss. So you can see how flat it is, the head is, so that's probably going to be a nice setup. And then their Phillips head, the factory screws that I'll be dealing with, are square drive. So I got a nice easy flip around for when I need them both. I also have a magnet in the bottom of a bowl. I have a metal bowl with a magnet. Can't find it. Those are our tools. Let's get to work. This piece of trim has a screw on each end fastening it to keep it from blowing off. That's the first thing we'll pull. So after removing the first screw, you can see we've got a line of screws to remove. We'll throw them in the bowl so we don't lose them. There's no putty tape underneath this. Looks like it's going to be in 2 or 3 pieces. It is got just like some die-core, not the lap sealant, but some butyl type caulk between the trim piece with the rain gutter. And then what do we got under here? Let's see. Looks like that's where the putty tape is. Get a look at that. Looks like during construction they used staples about every foot to hold it in position so it wouldn't slide. So I better get my staple gun to put it back on. Yeah, here's a piece of tin. It looks like I used some like 3M 799 to get it to attach. And then there's the staples. Look at that shit. Those aren't going to be hard to pull out, are they? These ones here on the end are going to be a little rough because I am not taking up this mess that Pierce put in there. So I'm just going to push this back the best I can. Go through the same holes as the staples. Look, they used like a black Gorilla duct tape over the top of that to hold her down. Pretty crazy. I'm going to go through the same hole as the staples were in. show you what I'm doing here. The whole reason for wanting to go through the same hole, and if I can't, using the self-tapper, is I don't want to make a dimple if I can help it. These are 1 by number 6. Let's see, a little bit tighter. Don't want to go too tight because I don't want to dimple it and make a problem. Just like that. Wanted to show you this little snafu I just ran into. I thought I was getting the staples out, but here there's a seam, and so it's double stapled underneath of there. I was wondering why it wouldn't go flat, and it's because these other staples are cockeyed underneath it. So I got those pulled out. Now it should lay flat. I will use duct tape again when I put this back down before I seal it. I don't think I need any more sticky spray because it's still plenty sticky, which is good. As you can see, the trim on the bottom, the round, the tin is coming loose. It just for putting it together, it's just fine, but once you pull it apart, it's not. I just have to have something to hold it while I finish my repairs. I got 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch crown, 18 gauge staples, and a cordless driver. So I'll just put these about every 12 inches if they'll hold, like that. And then the trim piece, rain gutter, will go right over the top of it. This is kind of neat now that I see it. You can see the outline of the duct tape underneath where that was applied. This side's been repaired and laying flat, but you won't be able to tell till I wash the roof. Back this way is still waiting to be repaired. But here we are, screws. That's where the staples are coming out. The screw job is done. You can't tell it, like I say, until I wash it, and we can see how much water lies in there. Something I'll have to do next is, even though I didn't pull this taut, I just laid it and it laid in a natural position. This has been stretched, so after I pulled it up and let it stick itself, we're probably 1/4 inch extra material here to where it was. I'll get some scissors and trim that all flat so it lines up with the old line. As I'm trimming along here, I see this little tear. Don't know what it's from. Aha, look at that. So keep your eyes open for the unexpected. I'll just put another piece of duct tape over the top of it and just to the edge here, and we'll keep an eye on it. down a little bit. It's down a little. Just put this trim piece on as I go. Then I'll just have to come back to seal the top with silicone. I've just been sticking the trim piece on as we go. Alright, I'm 100% done, minus the caulk. I'm just going to let this set in the sun for a few days and lay a little as flat as it wants to lay. Then I'll come back with a bead of caulk along the drip edge and clean everything up, apply some Dicor where it needs it. Once it's clean, we'll know where it needs it. We got a little bit of stuff to do here. Funny, when they put this extra trim bar on at Pierce, they didn't seal that hole, so they sealed it on this end, so it was full of water when I pulled this rain cap off. A lot of good that did. Anyway, job complete. Yikes, sap. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful.